Yogi clan, welcome back to Yogi Cycle Service. Today we are going to install some new wheel bearings on a wheel. We're going to show you how to do that, so stay tuned, you're not going to want to miss this. If you are new here to Yogi Cycle Service, welcome. I'm your host Yogi, and here at Yogi Cycle Service we do everything motorcycle related or anything Yogi related, whether it's service, tips, how to save you money, how to fix your bike, all kinds of stuff we do, motorcycle or Yogi related. If you're a returning subscriber, I thank you for stopping back and checking out this video. If you're not subscribed, hey man, what are you doing? Check out some of my other videos on this channel. If you like what you see, give a brother some love. Mash that subscribe button. All right, let's dig on in. So a customer of mine said, hey Yogi, I want to get a new wheel and put it on my bike. The thing is, my bike is not an ABS bike. It's a 2013 Road Glide. Beautiful bike. So we put some handlebars on that bike not too long ago, and he has a big, it's a big front wheel, but he doesn't like it. So we're gonna take that off. So he bought a stock, what do they call it? An eliminator wheel? I don't know what it's called, but it has an ABS bearing in it. So before he swaps the front wheels out, we're gonna put some new rubber on that wheel, and we're gonna put some new bearings in it. Should be a fairly easy job. So I remember when I got my bearings changed on my Fat Boy on Miss Piggy not too long ago. Well, it was actually in probably 2006. So I took my wheel off and took it down to a motorcycle shop, said, hey, can you pull these bearings out and press some new ones in? I thought they're gonna use a bearing puller, pull them out and use a press and press them in. Sure, we can do that for you. Well, they take the wheel back behind. I'm in the front area. Oh, by the way, did you notice? Wild on twos, got his sweatshirt on, supporting my bro. So I'm in the front of the store hanging out and just checking out the things going on. And I hear all this banging coming from the back. I'm like, they're not using a press to get those out. They're just popping them out and banging new ones in there. If they can do that here, I can do that at home. So I'm going to show you what they did. You don't need to take your wheel to a store. It's really not that hard to change out your front bearings. I've done it quite a few times now. You just got to know the trick. I'm going to show you the tricks today. So let's dig on in. All right, the key is going to be to get something long with a flat end, because what you're going to do is you're going to put it down in there and you want to catch the edge of the bearing. So there's the bearing on the top, there'll be a sleeve in the middle, and then a bearing on the bottom. You're going to want to catch the edge. So you're going to feel down that side till you catch the edge of the bearing, and then when you do that, you're going to want to tap it, hit it with a hammer, give it a tap, and then you're going to want to work your way around the bearing. Don't keep hitting it in the same spot or you'll cock that bearing in the opening. You're going to want to hit it around the bearing. That's what we're going to be trying to do, so you can slowly push that bearing out. Once you get that bearing out, you should be able to pull the sleeve out, flip it over, and then pop the other side out. That's what we're going to try to do. Incidentally, if you're familiar with Del Boy's Garage, he's got a great video also out there on how to do this. See, when you feel down the side of that sleeve, you can feel right there, it hits the edge of that bearing. Sometimes you can push that sleeve a little bit to get it out of the way. And just keep turning this and work around the bearing. Well, that didn't work worth a darn, so we're going to go to plan B. What is plan B, may you ask? It is inside this box here. Went to Amazon, no name brand, one bearing install, complete with bearing puller tool. We're gonna give this a whirl, shall we? Now, I have never used one of these before, but it doesn't look that difficult, hopefully. Heck, pulling these bearings didn't look that difficult either. Let's give it a whirl, shall we? It does have these to pull to seat in there, and then you can lock them in and then pull the bearing out. So let's give this a whirl. Get that to gently go back down in, okay. All right, with that center bolt in, and I got on the other side, I got my 5/8 Allen in there. And go ahead and put the spanner on, copper washer on, and put my nut on. Okay, that's on, finger tight. I'll put this little washer on, put this nut on, and when you tighten this down, you want to get it tight because you want to spread the inside of the bearing puller out so it has a good bite. Get a good twist on this. There we go. All right. This bearing puller and installer was about $65 off of Amazon. And guess what? The joker worked. There we go. One bearing out. I can pull the sleeve out. There is our bearing. Clean. Doesn't have any corrosion. It looks pretty good. I'm going to leave the spacer out for now. I do have the other bearing. It's been in the freezer for 2 days. Let's get that, and I'll show you how I put that in. And I'm not going to use this tool for that. So I am putting a non-ABS bearing in. Harley suggests you have the numbers to the upside, and the writing to the upside, so I'll be putting it in like that. I'm going to put just a teeny little bit of grease around the outside. This is just general all-purpose grease. Put that in place. We're just going to do a couple little taps just to get her started. So let's do that. We'll tap it in with this. And hear how that changed? That bearing is seated. There we go. One bearing done. Okay, now we'll try to see if we can do that while holding the back this time. Oh yeah, this is working much better. Look at that, she's coming right out. Beautiful. All right, last bearing out of the freezer. Writing on it is this side up. Now, some people may say, oh, you don't want it in the freezer. You can get moisture inside the bearing. Well, A, it's supposed to be a sealed bearing. I don't really think it's gonna get too much moisture in my fridge. I mean, it could, but I mean, come on now. I think it'll be okay being in the freezer for a little bit. It's a sealed bearing. Let's drop our sleeve in. Don't forget your sleeve. And we're gonna put our bearing on. Tap this just to get it seated. Seating tool. Listen for the sound to change. You hear that? That's when you know it's seated. Much more hollow sound. And if you look, well, that's nice. Nice. He's got about 1/8 of an inch profile on that side. And about the exact same on this side. And that spacer's up against, and it feels good. So there you go, Yogi Clan. That is how you change the bearings. So I hope that helps. I tried to do it with the other tool, but boy, those buggers were, I mean, look how corroded and nasty that is. Those buggers were stuck. But for 65 bucks, you can buy this tool. And hey, if nothing else, you can use this to seat it. If not, here's a quick trick. What I would do is take an old bearing and you can put it on top and you can beat it till it seats, because this shouldn't get stuck in there. But it was kind of nice having this tool right here that fits in there, because I mean, it fits perfect, and you can just beat it around in a circle so it pushes it down evenly. Man, job well done. Thumbs up. I hope this tip helps you save a few bucks on your bearings. And really, when you think about it, pulling them out, and once you figure it out, it takes about 5 minutes each side to pull them out and about a minute or two to put them back in. This whole job can be done in 20 minutes, half hour. Not a problem. So tonight, I'm gonna get his rubber changed on this tire, get this rubber off, get the new rubber on, and it'll be golden. All right, Yogi Clan. Next up, we're gonna put this tire on that bike, and then we're gonna take it for a test drive, because I'm gonna need to warm up the fluids so we can do a fluid change on it. So stay tuned for videos coming out, probably be released next week, but we're gonna go for a test drive on a 213 Road Glide. So we'll give our thoughts on what that bike's like. All right, Yogi Clan, thanks for joining. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.